Hello, I am your host, Zig Zeitler, and you are listening to Live in the Pub. And with me, I have...
Yeah, it's the one and only Liam, the extra large leprechaun at your service.
Yeah.
Susan asked me to come in and keep an eye on you this week.
Yeah, well, I'm here and you're here. And
yeah. We got lots of good stuff to talk about this week, especially changes with the miirish.com website, which is where we get our picks and the calendar from, and a new sponsor for this show, which we'll talk more about later, too.
Yeah, a lot of new things going on. Of course, this is a new year. We're arriving. We already had a couple things going on this year. But, wow, it's 17th already.
Yeah, we're halfway through the month or better. And
wow.
It's time, and I don't know about you, it's exactly 2 months to St. Patrick's Day, which I don't know about you, but that's my busy season, and it's crazy right now.
Wow, yeah. What do leprechauns do on St. Patrick's Day?
You don't even want to get me started. Too much going on for that day. How about we listen to some music and we'll talk about it while the music's playing?
I think that's a good idea. And we have coming up here some Blackthorn, I believe.
Yep, it's Blackthorn, a little song they wrote several years ago on a radio show on St. Patrick's Day. While they were waiting to go on the air, Fred and Gary got together and they developed this wonderful little ditty called First Light.
All right, let's hear a little bit of that. Right, that was a Blackhorn with First Light.
Yep.
Great band, great stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to let Liam talk about this a little bit. Actually, Liam is going to pick most of the tunes today.
I appreciate you letting me do that. I hope Susan isn't pulling her hair out as she's listening today. But yeah, I get it's fun because I've been in the Irish music business about 12, 15 years now.
Yeah.
And I very seldom get to be the one that picks the music. So I picked Blackthorn and First Light because I love that tune. Great way to start the show out.
Absolutely.
And yesterday I was on the Michigan Irish Music Cafe radio show out of Detroit with our good friend Patrick Johnson. And a few weeks ago, he had mentioned a group that I used to actually kind of manage way back when, called Crack Wisely.
Yeah.
Out of Grand Rapids. They were on their way. They were going to tear the world apart. And about 7 years ago, because of family and everything else, they decided to call it the end. And they did it with style and grace. And I'll talk more about them after we listen to 3 tunes from them, which starts with an original one that was written on my grandfather's squeeze box from Ireland. They didn't use it because it was so out of tune, but they wrote the song on it. And then the second one is a great bar pub song everybody loves. And the last one is a take on an old song. Nobody's heard it done this way, and it was never released. So let's start out with my good friends Crack Wisely and Cobblestone Road, an original.
Let's give it a listen.
My home leaves me tomorrow. I know I can't stay. There's this place in me always that burns for me to stay. But I packed up my suitcase to leave the world I know for the road. It leads me out to another cobblestone road, and I walk down that cobblestone road to find the place where every soldier waits. Now I'm taking back yesterday in a way I don't know. For the stones that I've walked on are the graves of the holy below, and I walk down that cobblestone road to find the place where every soldier waits. And the storms that I know are the stones that I've placed. Now the mortar is cold. It's the loneliest road to steer. I walk down cobblestone road to find the place where every soldier waits. I walk down Have you heard about the big strong man? He lives in a caravan. Have you heard about the Jimmie Johnson fight? Oh Lord, what a hell of a fight! You can take all the heavyweights you got.
What's he got?
We got a line of beat, the whole lot.
Big lot.
He used to work here as a doorman. Now he's gonna fight George Foreman. That's my brother Sylvester.
What's he got?
Got a raw 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
He killed 50 bombing in the West. He knows no wrestling, the man.
Hell's fire.
Don't push.
Just shove.
Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg and a punch so sick about a ship. It takes all the arm in the Navy. Knock the block off Sylvester. Well, he thought he'd take the trip to Italy, and he thought that he'd go by sea. He dived up the harbour in New York, and he swam like a man from Cork. He saw the Lusitania in distress. He shoved the Lusitania up his dress. He drank all the water in the sea, and he walked all the way to Italy. That's my brother Sylvester.
What's he got?
Got a raw 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
He killed the devourman in the West. He knows no wrestling, the man.
Hell's fire.
Don't push.
Just shove.
Plenty of room for him. He's got an arm like a leg and a punch so sick about a ship. It takes all the army in the Navy, not the block off Sylvester. Well, they thought he'd take a trip to Japan. They brought out the big brass band. He played every instrument they got. What a lad, he played the whole lot. Oh, the old church bell will ring. The old church choir will sing. They all turned out to give the best to my big brother Sylvester. That's my brother Sylvester. Got a raw 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
He killed the devourman in the West. He knows no wrestling, the man.
Hell's fire.
Don't push.
Just shove.
Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg and a punch so sick about a ship. It takes all the army in the Navy, knock the block off Sylvester. That's my brother Sylvester. Got a raw 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
He killed the devourman in the West. He knows no wrestling, man.
Hell's fire.
Don't push.
Just shove.
Plenty of room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg and a punch so sick about a ship. It takes all the army in the Navy, knock the block off Sylvester. That's my brother Sylvester. Got a raw 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
He killed the devourman in the West. He knows no wrestling, man.
Hell's fire.
Don't push.
Just shove.
Plenty of room for me. He's got an arm like a leg and a punch so sick about a ship. It takes all the army in the Navy, knock the block off Sylvester. That's my brother Sylvester. Got a raw 40 medals on his chest. He killed the devourman in the West. He knows no wrestling, man. Don't push. Plenty of room for me. He's got an arm like a leg and a punch so sick about a ship. It takes all the army in the Navy, knock the block off Sylvester. That's my brother Sylvester. Got a raw 40 medals on his chest. He killed the devourman in the West. Knows no wrestling, man. Don't push. Stop it now. He's got an arm like a leg and a punch that would sink a battleship. It takes all the army and the navy to knock the block off Sylvester.
Son of Pharaoh, tell me why you're his soul. Oshabuku, Oshan listened, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon. With your pikes upon your shoulders, at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, with your pike upon your shoulder, at the rising of the moon. Now tell me, son of Pharaoh, where the gathering is to be. At the old spot by the river, quite well known to you and me. One more word, signal token, whistle out the marching tone. With your pike upon your shoulder, at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, with your pike upon your shoulder, at the rising of the moon. Cabin, eyes were watching through the night. Many a manly heart was beaten for the blessed morning light. Murmurs ran along the valley to the banshees' lonely crow, and 1,000 pikes were flashing at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, and 1,000 pikes were flashing at the rising of the moon. Yeah, 1,000 pikes were flashing at the rising of singing river, the black mass of men was seen. High above the shining weapons flew their own beloved green. Well, death to every foe and traitor, whistle out the marching tone. Yeah, her army boys for freedom, it's the rising of the moon. It's the rising of the moon.
Crack Wisely.
Yeah, that was a fabulous group. You know, I'm still consider myself a true crackhead, which was the fans of Crack Wisely. We followed them everywhere, to the Michigan Irish Music Fest, to every pub they played. It was a great time, and really got the Leprechaun famous, because I used to travel with Crack Wisely everywhere they performed, or quite often. Did a lot of introductions and a lot of time with them, and I really consider them family members, and I hope they do the same. They're really good. I don't know if you noticed and picked up on the cello and the fiddle.
I did.
That was a Liam the Leprechaun special. I actually paired those girls up with the band, Crack Wisely, and you may know them now as the touring group Moxie Strings, who played all over the United States and festivals everywhere. They were, at that time, known as String Cheese, and Todd, the lead singer, called me one day and says, Liam, I need a fiddle player. Can you get that fiddle player from String Cheese to play for us for a show? I said, well, I'll see what I can do, but you really ought to use both of them. And the rest is history. They played together for a year or two, off and on. And then
Cool.
when they split, when Crack Wisely ended, and rightfully so, the girls really came into their own and went on to become just this dynamic band with now with Fritz on percussion for them, Moxie Strings. So that's how it all began, and that's where I was involved with that from
Very
then
cool.
until now. So yeah, good,
All
good
right.
time.
Well, what do we got come up, Lee?
Well, I'm thinking now might be as good a time as any to do Liam's picks, things that are coming up.
Ah, good
if
idea.
that's all right with you.
Good plan.
Once again, Liam's picks are always brought to you at Live on the Pub thanks to our good friends at miirish.com. And once again, I'd like to encourage everybody to check it out after the show, or if you're listening on the radio and want to go on your line and look at something, go to miirish.com, see our changes. Please send them a note on Facebook today or whenever and tell them what you think of the new webpage. And see if you like it, because we've done some changing. There's now 5 pages. The front's basically the calendar and some social media things, but go to the calendar on miirish.com, and if you're following it along, of course, it's Tuesday. That means the show's on the air. You'll see that right on the schedule for Tuesday the 17th. And then we've got another thing that's not listed because we're still not sure if the sessions in Bay City are still at Patty's Green Hut or if they're going to be back at the other place, which is under construction. So check on that yourselves. Call Patty's Green Hut and see. And once we get a confirmed date of when they'll be back in their old place, we'll certainly let you know. Maybe they like Patty's so much they're still doing it there. But
who knows?
It's not on our schedule, so look that up. Tomorrow, Conklin, always way in the middle of no place. It's kind of like our new sponsor we're going to talk about. It's very hard to find the bar in Conklin if that's what you're looking for. And then Friday, just speaking of the Moxie Strings, Friday the Moxie Strings will be at the Rare Bird Brew Pub up in Traverse City. And on Saturday, they're going to be in Bel Air at Shorts Brewing Company. So the Moxie Strings we've been talking about, we're going to play a tune of theirs, I think, in a minute. And they're going strong in both of those, Friday and Saturday. In Grand Haven on Saturday, the traditional Irish music sessions at the District Library. That's only once a month, and that'll be Saturday the 21st. And I'm very excited about this show because I'm going to play some of the music for this group too. Also on Saturday the 21st, way down in Kalamazoo, Belfast Gin, a great group that I've worked with forever since I've been a leprechaun, is having a show, and they're introducing another local group to their fans in the group called Blarney Castle, and it's Shenanigans at the Old Dog Saloon on Saturday the 21st. We'll play some of the Blarney Castle music for you yet today too. Sunday, it's all our regular sessions and radio shows, and then Monday, of course, we skip right to the music show out of Detroit and our favorite Blarney out of Chicago with Shay Clark. So Blarney on the air. So that's it for the schedule. But now we want to thank our new sponsor. Have we got time, or do you want to cut?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, for over a year now, we've been meeting in the pub.
Yep.
And people are saying, where are you doing the show from? Well, we didn't want to say, we didn't want to talk until we got the owner on board. He was kind enough to let us come to the pub and record this every week.
Right.
Or to, do our show live in the pub. And people are, well, what pub are you in? Where are you in? It's time for everybody to know. We have signed, and we hope that he'll stop in and talk to us yet today, but I see he went upstairs to the office, so I don't know if he's going to make it back down in time to talk to us.
Busy guy.
Yeah, he is a very busy guy. Sean McGinn Sr. Is the owner of the Dirty Tree Pub. The Dirty Tree Pub has been our home for a year now on the show. People don't realize, but we're in our second year with Live in the Pub.
That's right.
And for a year, people have been saying, what pub are you in? We want to come see you record this live. You're more than welcome to. It's a ways out. We'll talk about the location and everything more. But Sean has agreed to be our pub of the week until we can, he'll offer it up to anybody else. But the weeks that we don't have a pub of the week sponsor for Live in the Pub,
that's where we're at.
Then the Dirty Tree Pub is going to be our sponsor. Look on our Live in the Pub Facebook page. We'll have their logo and a little bit of information on them. And if Sean gets done with his meeting, we'll try and talk to him yet today.
Yeah, that's right. So always hang out with me at the Dirty Tree.
Yep. hang out with me at the Dirty Tree. I like it. It's kind of it's an American pub with Irish roots, and I know that you can tell everybody and vouch for what most people know is the dark stuff when they go into a pub. We call the stale stout here at the Dirty Tree. It's actually not as bad as it sounds. Give it a try.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think. Go to our page, put it on there. Look for Dirty Tree. I think they have a Facebook page. I'm not sure, but see what you can do. And in the meantime, let's go back to some music. I talked about the Moxie Strings.
Right.
Okay, we're going to go back to one of their String Cheese songs right after they broke up with Crack Wisely. And then we got a song behind that I'll tell you more about. Let's play the two together, and then we'll tell you about the second one as soon as we're done with it.
Okay, let's get one of those dirty stouts over here.
String Cheese. Yep, let's hear a String Cheese tune.
Yeah.
Send a prayer out there into the universe and wait for an answer, my friend. Maybe you will hear from me, an echo in the wind, and a song that has no end. With a head full of books he'd forgotten, but memories from days in the war, crowded out by the tales of tall cotton. Why can't all things be just like before? The world through the eyes of my father today with a wire and a compass and pen, uncovering a secret so long lost away that will never be spoken again. Inventor of stories from deep in the heart that can only come out in a dream. We can carve out a place or reverse into space. In the next world we'll know what they need. Send a prayer out there into the universe and wait for an answer, my friend. Maybe you will hear from me, an echo in the wind, and a song that has no end. We were climbing the steps to the graveyard with regrets and our baggage in tow. From the cliffs of the Alderaan Mountains, you can see the sweet memories below. There was nothing here left but a portrait on a mission here only to serve. An empty room with a glass and a bottle. Well, it's all that a free man deserves. Send a prayer out there into the universe and wait for an answer, my friend. Maybe you will hear from me, an echo in the wind, and a song that has no end. Send a prayer out there into the universe and wait for an answer, my friend. And maybe you will hear from me, an echo in the wind, and a song that has no end. Send a prayer out there into the universe and wait for an answer, my friend. Maybe you will hear from me, an echo in the wind, and a song that has no end.
All right, Send a Prayer by the Elders.
Yeah, you might wonder why I played the Elders right after String Cheese and String Cheese after Crack Wisely. Well, again, it goes back to the Moxie Strings, the girls of Moxie Strings, because they played with Crack Wisely. And, of course, they became the Moxie Strings after String Cheese. And the fiddler for the Moxie Strings, Diana Ladio, beautiful young lady and a good friend, is now also fiddling for the Elders out of Kansas City, one of the biggest touring bands in all of America. So she's a very busy young lady.
Yeah.
Playing for both Moxie Strings, and the scheduling is just a nightmare for everybody. You're talking about switching airports on a daily basis to play in both bands, but she does a great job with them both, as you can tell.
And it all ties in together very well.
Yeah, great music. And it's kind of fun over the years because when they were String Cheese, they had a third partner for a while and had another band called Daughters of Newgrass. Mm-hmm. And the third partner of that is Kiana June Weber, who is the fiddle player for Gaelic Storm. So I was with the beginning of all these young artists, and now they're all world famous, and they haven't forgotten a giant leprechaun yet.
All right.
As long as I'm still getting to pick the music, and we're still waiting if
Sure.
Sean McGinn Sr. can come. While that music was playing, I went up to the bar and talked to Sean Jr. for a minute. Doesn't
Okay.
usually work this time of day at the Dirty Tree. He's normally the nighttime bartender, but the regular day bartender, who I know you know real well, Rosie the Bar Nazi.
Oh, Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie is upstairs in the meeting with Senior because there's a young lady, and he never goes upstairs with young ladies unless he's escorted. And so Rosie's up there with Sean Sr. Sean Jr.'s tending bar. We'll talk more, hopefully, with Senior before the end of the show. But as long as we're waiting, I'd like to introduce you to the band I think is the next big thing in Michigan.
And who's that?
This band is now known as Blarney Castle.
Okay.
And they're a fabulous young group out of West Michigan, graduating from Western Michigan University in music with music degrees, all of them.
All right.
Which is where the cello player from Moxie Strings, Allie, is a graduate of Western Michigan music. So apparently they like their Celtic music down there.
Yes.
And Blarney Castle is coming up and strong. We had them at the Sparta Celtic Festival last year. They won everybody's hearts. They're going to be performing for me at Irish and Ionia this year in Grand Rapids on March the 18th.
Cool.
And I'll be going, as I mentioned earlier, to a show this coming Saturday at Kalamazoo with Belfast Gin and Blarney Castle. Why don't we play a few of their numbers? I got a couple of originals and an original arrangement of one some others might know.
Okay, let's hear it.
Blarney Castle.
Why so skies, red dawn on the horizon, we say farewell to tomorrow's friends. The vines reach over their gravestones. They shake hands with those who weep. Silently they march, silently they fall. They are silhouettes against the soil. Our steady lips, they speak of sorrow, and to melodies they float away. We wake, we sing, we speak of memories of towns and souls, of lives just swept away. Every whisper, every voice will drown beneath our song. They move forth, wounded trumpet call. Their eyes look forward play in the rain, seldom looking down. They sailed away in that gallant bark, Roy Neal and his fair young bride. They adventured all on that pounding ship that danced on the silvery tide. And his heart was young and his spirit light as he kissed her tears away. And they watched the shore retreat from sight of their own sweet Dublin Bay. 3 days they sailed when the storm arose and the lightning swept the deep. When the thunderclaps broke the short repose of the weary sailors' sleep, Roy Neal he clasped his weeping bride and he kissed her tears away. Oh, love, 'twas a fearful hour, he cried when he left sweet Dublin Bay. On the crowded deck of that doomed ship, some fell into deep despair, and some were calm with a holier heart, sought the God of the storm in prayer. She struck a rock, the sailors cried in a breath of wild despair, and the ship went down with the fair young bride that sailed from Dublin Bay. They sailed away in that gallant bark, Roy Neal and his fair young bride. They adventured all on that pounding ship that danced on the silvery tide. And his heart was young and his spirit light as he kissed her tears away. And they watched the shore retreat from sight of their own sweet Dublin Bay.
Blarney Castle.
Yep, that was a great Sweet Dublin Bay there
Yes,
version of
indeed.
that. Yeah, good stuff. Great band. Yeah, and the audience is loving it here at the Dirty Tree Pub. I want to thank Sean Sr. for having us. Sorry he couldn't talk to us. I also want to thank the Biddy Murphys for underwriting MI Irish. A new page breaks today. Please go to that. And Zig, I want to thank you for letting me get to pick all the music today. It's been a real joy and a real pleasure. I hope that I can repay you with enough stale stouts here at the Dirty Tree Pub.
There you go.
Can I close this one out like they close every pub in Ireland? And
you absolutely can.
Let's close it out with who we began with, Blackthorn and A Parting Glass.
All right. See you next week right here live in the pub.
Of all the money that e'er I've spent, I spent it in good company. And of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of a wit, to memory now I can't recall. So drink with me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. Fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls. Gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Of all the friends that e'er I've had, they're sorry at my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I've had, they would bid me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls. Gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Fill to me the parting glass, and drink a health whate'er befalls. Gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all.
Oh yeah, the wonderful sounds of Blackthorn and A Parting Glass. It's the way to close a pub, isn't it? We're closing up the Dirty Tree.
Sure is.
Yeah. Zig, I'm going to let you play it out, and I hope and pray that Siusan is okay with me running the show for a change. Just one time. I can't tell you what that means. Yeah, like, a giant leprechaun sure had fun. Thanks for letting me do it.
Thank you for being here, Bill.